So I looked at my bracket path, and somehow I'm magically seeded first in the tournament, the
Oh, what's your
the regional thing here.
oh, when's that?
This Sunday.
Oh, so it's the day after tomorrow.
Yeah. So I need a quick the Nami Puff lesson. Real.
On what?
So I looked at my bracket path,
Uh-huh.
and then hold on, I realized that I have a lot of Falco to play against.
Oh yeah, Dad, Catdown.
So I have Anjo, or I have
Oh, Angel Dad.
Anjo
Wait, is
Daz.
Chaka playing Sheik?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know anymore. But
That's funny.
and then I play Duck Robin in winners finals. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like same thing as last time. If you play to win, you're gonna get shot because playing to win will just like make you tense up and will make you just play in like the worst way possible because the reason why is because you're just usually in an environment where you play against players who the things that you do that work are just not necessarily the things that work against players that are better than them. So you need to cultivate a play style that allows you to swing up. And the only way to do that really is to just be thinking and not in terms of winning the game, but to be thinking in terms of what are good options that I could be doing here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so scared because I don't even, why am I even like seated first?
Wait, did you do the Alex Puff stuff Bible thingy?
No, I didn't. I like
Okay. I need to go refill my water. Okay, so I'm gonna give you. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay.
hmm
I'm gonna give you. Wait, do you have 20 minutes?
Yeah, I have 20
You have
minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, you have 20 minutes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a 10-minute timer. Okay, I'm gonna give you a 10-minute timer to do the. Okay, so here's the thing. So wait, you're only a sheep man, right?
Yeah, I'm only a Sheik man.
Okay, uh top level future 10-year-old sheep name from Alberta, Canada. Habits. Okay. So this is the. Oh wait, what? Why is sad my?
Wow, you.
Why is sad my word that's copied? I don't know why. Okay, so you're gonna take this, right? You're gonna take this. You're gonna go to pastebin.com, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're gonna paste that text, and you're gonna start filling it in a chart like this.
Wait, give me an example of what you're.
Right. This is what do I practice? There you go. You're gonna keep elaborating, and so what you're gonna do is you're gonna be doing problem solving, right? So let me find mine. I made one of these. Oh wait, did I delete the one of these I made? I probably did one. Wait. There's no way I deleted this, right? Darn, I wish I still had that. I'd be kind of hyped if I still had that.
Wait, so
Labeled. Okay,
wait, so
here.
I
No, it's fine because I have one that's kind of like this. Wait, I need a mind map opener. Mind. Yeah. Cool. Wait, mind map tool. Mind map tool online. Okay, so this is a. This was I made this just for a lot of things. So let me. Oh my gosh, there needs to be. Wait, please tell me there's just an on. There's no way online.mm opener.
wait, so
Please, please,
so what
please,
so
please, please.
I have to answer like what do I
So,
practice?
wait, that's what I'm trying to find. That's what I'm trying to
Okay.
find. Okay, I think I found something else. There is no way this is like not. Can I please find? Oh wait, here. This. Okay. I think I found something that will let me bring an over an example for you. Oh my gosh, wait, no. I actually know where to find it. I realized that I pressed sent this Alex Puff stuff like forever ago. Or not even that long ago, probably. Yeah. Where's it? Here it is. Okay. So I'm not gonna send this to you because I don't want you to like, like this person, So it's all just like I showed you this for a long time ago. I didn't even make this that long ago. Why is it so blurry? What? Wait. Oh, leave this. Okay. So here's an example where I made this for melee, right? I made this for like physical health stuff, mental health stuff in school, right? Unfortunately, I didn't live up to this, but so in melee, I was like, oh, what are things that like good melee players do? And it's like analyzing your own gameplay is the best way to find things to work on. If you're ever in doubt about what to practice, looking at your own gameplay and finding problems to solve this, the answer. What is the habit? So this exercise is a tiny bit different. Where what Alpha stuff had me do is he said he wanted me to come up with habits that reflect this thing that I want to be doing. So the habit would be when I have no problems that I want to solve in my gameplay, I will watch my VOD for problems I wish to solve them using the available resources. Why am I going to do that? Because I wish to find things to solo practice. Like, oh, well, solo practice. What is solo practice? Where real improvement comes in, and this is where you train up any habits that you wish to implement into your play during friendlies and check old ones. Wait, check old ones. This is where you train up any habits you're still playing during friendlies and check. Oh, so for instance, let's say you didn't feel so calm. So okay, with Huff, something that you do is you can do cross up short hop bear. In if they don't if they DI into it, which they're going to do, right? Because you're crossing them up, then you can rest them off it. So let's say I missed that, and one of my games deterioration. It's like, oh, well, let me check this habit and see if it's like, see if it's up to par with where I want it to be execution wise. So the habit is like when I have an adequate list of problems to work on. So that's one of the problems where I'm actually going to have multiple I want to price. Because you don't want to just solve it for 2 minutes. You can, but I don't really like doing that. It doesn't feel very fulfilling to me. And it's like I will use tools like Uncle Punch 20XX to practice memorizing sequences, problem solve, and more. So in this case, I'm trying to memorize the sequence, right? Because it's like, oh, there's the sequence I thought I had memorized, but I might not actually. It's like, why am I doing that? Because solo practice is where you establish what your gameplay will look like by picking sequences that you wish to implement into your play, right? So this kind of makes sense as for how you want to make this chart.
Wait, what did you say? What was your question?
So does this make sense in terms of like what you want this to look like?
Yeah, so I have to have like the same structure of analysis, solo practice, friendlies, and tournaments, or
No. You don't have to. It's whatever you think makes a good sheet player. It can literally be. So Alex Puff stuff, I think, in his original document, I'm pretty sure included gameplay specific. What's it called? Gameplay specific. So here, see, so Alex Puff stuff. Remember, these are different exercises. I'm just kind of drawing together like the similarities. Uh, so Alex Puff stuff brings up some like important parts that are like very applicable to the game and not as general as this. Like this is more so just like what I think
makes
uh
makes like a general good player.
yeah, this is more general, whereas you can get specific as you want. This is for you, right? This exercise is for you at the end of the day. It's not for me, right? So those are the examples. You kind of internalize what the example. I could go over the OSU one too if you want more like another like kind of perspective on what it could look like, but I think you get the idea, right?
Yeah. So what makes a good Sheik player, in my opinion?
Yeah. So you just need to copy this text, put it in Pastebin, right? Screen share your screen, put it in Pastebin. I'm gonna start a time, 10 minute timer. Okay.
Okay.
And tell me when you're ready.
Hold on. Let me just like think.
Yeah. I gotta get water though, so think fast so I can start this already.
All right, go.
Okay, I'll be back. Okay, how's it going?
I can share my screen.
Okay. Okay. By the way, you're gonna write for the whole the whole. We'll have you write just for like the whole timer. Okay. Just like don't worry about like the result. Just like keep writing.
Um, okay.
Anything you can think of that just like anything you can think of that just like resembles like a good cheat player in your eyes.
Something like that. Okay. What else? Mm, um, what's my timer looking like?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep writing. This is just like a practice exercise.
Um, um, okay, yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah, you're done. You're done.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you can elaborate real quick if you on that point if you want. Go for it.
Um.
Take your time. Take your time.
All right. There.
Okay, okay, okay. So send it over to me real quick, and I'll screen share my screen.
Oh, did I not share my screen?
No, 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 you did. But no, no, no. I want full control over it because I want to talk about something. Okay, so first things first, I'm just gonna read this list. I'm just gonna go over it with you. Okay.
Okay. Wait. Can you put it up on the screen?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Wait. I think there's a better way to do this. You know, I guess.
Okay. This is cool.
Okay, okay. This is the next slide, obviously. Okay, okay. So we're gonna go over this. Okay, and I'm just gonna explain to you like really what's going on here. You know, like what's the point of the exercise? Okay, but first let's kind of understand what you wrote. Okay.
Uh huh.
Okay, so the, let's go over first what was the reason when you were writing this list, like what was going through your head?
Like things that like if I were to watch Jmook play,
Uh-huh.
like what is he like? He already practiced that he's like doing like really well, and things that are like relevant in the meta right now, like that people are, you know, not practicing. Maybe I don't know.
So like so you kind of took the approach of this from like what are things that a sheet does that qualifies them as top level, right? That's kind of my understanding.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So what we're gonna do then is instead of making this the prompt for this, I kind of want to reshape this. So what this actually is like kind of like what you made out of this exercise. So when I ask you like what does a top level future sheep queen from Alberta, Canada do? Like what are their habits? The kind of the question that you kind of transform that into in your mind. And this is not right or wrong, right? Like this is just like what you transformed it into in your mind is what uh what are the options that a future top level sheep name does.
Uh huh.
Like I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm feeling to word this better. I feel like lately my wording is very weak on things. So like would you say you can also reword this if you want, but like would you say this is accurate? You can reword if you want. I can reword it
Yeah.
a bit poorly.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So the first thing we have is tech chasing, and it's practicing and uncle punching using methods like reacting to the animation help a lot. Okay, so like accurately converting off down throw in particular, would you say, or would you say it's
Yeah.
also just like
Yeah. Just like down there, you know. Yeah. Just
okay?
loves it down there.
So you know what? I will point right here that I actually really appreciate this, and I wouldn't point on mistake I kind of made here. I instantly thought of down throw here, but let me find it really quick. Wait. Illusion, Coleman. Right, there's this quote from Illusion. Let me find it.
Oh no, we're getting the Valo.
About where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my god, I need to find this. I need to find this. Oh, I cannot find this VOD. Oh wait, what do you think? What is the wording? Think general. Oh my gosh, if I can't find this, I'm actually gonna be so mad because I've seen this clip like 3 times. Is this it? It's definitely not this, but this might maybe it's in the. I'm gonna give this like 60 more seconds. If I don't find, I'm just gonna explain to you what it means. What he says. Okay, he doesn't show here. Okay, okay. So I'm just gonna explain this to you with valid correctly. Okay, so with Hujin, one of his students said that they were having where is it? What? Here it is. Wait, this is wait, what is this like Valor plant? So one of his students was saying that they're having trouble. I think it was attacking a bee on Pearl, wasn't it? So if we go to Pearl, so one of the Fujitsu's was like, okay, so on Pearl, I'm having trouble. No, no, no. Now I remember. It was attacking art. Like I'm having trouble as Omen, so I'm Omen. I'm here. I'm having trouble attacking art when attempting to take the A bomb site, right?
Hmm.
So what this student was asking me was like, okay, well, like, what do I do? So I want to like attack art to get onto the A bomb site, right? So it's like, what do I do? Let's say like I have a basic team. I have wait, no, no, you could have Phoenix. Right? So let's say I got like a Phoenix, I got a KO, I got a Breach, and I got and oh, actually, wait, that I can always okay, I got all right, whatever, and breach. Okay, so we got these guys like, and what he was asking for is like, Mahujin, tell me exactly what utility he was wearing to like attack this bomb site. So what he wanted was like, okay, okay. He wanted Mahujin to tell him, okay, so you want the breach to like do this here, like you want breach to like, oh wait, this is this old. Whoops. Why is it letting me delete it? Man? Also, why is my mouse lagging out? So yeah, okay, my mouse is just not working. That's very cool. That is wonderful. So my mouse is deciding to just not work. Do you see this?
Yeah, it's like skipping.
That is very cool. Uh, so he's like, okay, I want you to specifically tell me what agents to use what utility to take the bomb site. And Woohujin was like, no, 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 I'm not gonna do that. That's not how we're gonna do this. That's not gonna make you into a good player. If I tell you how to take the bomb site with this team, then all you're going to get better at is taking the bomb site with this team. Like that's all you're going to be able to do. Wait, let me just reset this so I can actually do what I wanted to do. So he's like, no, 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 we're not doing that. We're not doing it. Well, I will tell you, and I'm going to tell you what's good with Omen here, or like what is the strategy, like the general strategy. So he's like, okay, when taking the A bomb site on Pearl, it is really good to flash. Where's flash? To flash arcs. So he's like, okay, flashing art to take the A bomb site on Pearl is really good. And that's all he said. He was like, you want to get better at taking the A bomb site on Pearl? Okay. Paranoia on art, really good. Uh, if you and now, okay, so now that you know that flashing art is really good, right? Flashing art for your team is really good. So now I don't know why it's just like not letting me delete things. So I have to
I think
like
you have to like drag it and then put it on the dumpster.
yeah, it doesn't work though. See?
Oh,
Oh, it does. Wait, it wasn't working before. That's weird. So okay. So now that he told him right what to do with Omen to take art, right? So now they he didn't actually tell him what to do with Omen to take art, right? He just told him that flashing art is really good. So now it's like okay, well now let's say he's playing Breach, right? And I was like, okay, I'm playing Breach. I can just flash art to help my team get onto the bomb site because specifically the issue because his student brought him a specific question. Now people think that specific questions need exact answers when that's not true. What you need to do is you need to frame your thinking about the question asked. So it's like taking the A bomb site is too specific, right? Like that's not going to help you. Identifying the issue with taking the A bomb site, right? And it's like I just can't get control of art. Like my team's like saying help me take control of art, right? And like we just can't do it. There's like Arena hiding behind this box. And then there's like always and then KJ's like playing over here. She's playing with like her turret. She's got like her turret here. She's playing back here. She's jiggling this. Her turret's like we can't break the turret. It's like I just don't know what to do. But now you know. Now you kind of put it together, right? It's like, okay, well, if KJ's got her turret here, so KJ just got her turret here, it's rotated the wrong way. And Reyna's hiding behind this box, and KJ's jiggling this, then, well, now, all we gotta do is go like, okay, well, we flash it. And we just hit all, just flash it, and like, I, okay, I my first time using the website, I've just seen who can use it. So now we're just gonna flash all three of them. Everyone's flashed here. And now, we just said we got a KO and a breach. They just can push up now. They can just push up. They have a huge advantage here. They can spam the box. They can now push up and just like destroy everything here. And it's like, okay, well, the problem's fixed now. And now what's gonna happen is we're gonna have like this position, right? We're gonna have this position, and there's gonna be like a cipher on site or something. And he's just gonna have like his He's gonna have like his camera here, and he's gonna have like a strip here. And the next question is gonna be like, eventually, next time they sit here, they'll be like, okay, well, we're getting onto the bomb site, right? But this cipher, as like the cipher has the bomb site logged down, and we really don't know like how to get on the site. Like that's going to be the next issue, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
But do you see how the problem here? There was a specific problem that kind of had like a the specificity of the problem wasn't overwhelmingly specific. It was kind of a
Like
general specific
yeah,
problem,
yeah,
a
it's like
general
yeah,
specific answer.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, so what I like hearing is this is that same concept, and I kind of didn't appreciate that upon reading this originally. You weren't like, oh, when I down Pro Fox, a 0 to 80%, I need a, and he's not by the ledge, I need a. You can figure all that stuff out, like you're playing the game, like all of like taking this hyper specific situation, like if we go back to the Valorant examples, just 'cause I think these are a really obvious example, it's kind of harder to show in Melee, if that makes sense, because it's like, I mean, it's just because it's more fresh in my head, but I feel like it's easier to show. So if we go back to like the hyper specific example, here we'll just say, okay, well, my fade, my chamber's watching the flank because my chamber's watching this. My fade, breach, and brim are all trying to push here, and it's like, and they have a KJ jiggling this, they have arena, the arena tucked here. It's like, okay, how do I help my team take this? It's like if I just tell you to flash this, there's kind of like, okay, I don't know why there's another woman over here. It's just kind of like, I think it loses it kind of can get lost in translate. It's an overcomplication, right? Like there's no reason to think about it this specifically when I could have just said, yeah, you want to flash so they can peek it.
Yeah, like you want like answers that like can cover a lot of situations.
Yeah, exactly. Because now let's say, okay, hopefully this will be the last Valorant example. Because now let's say we have arena. So we're trying to take B. We have arena jiggling street. We have breach here.
Somewhere.
Chamber Chamber's like lurk and spawn because Chamber. Well, I guess Chamber lurk's not too good anymore, but back in the day, used to be really good. Uh, they have the KJ here. Raina Street. You have a Fade here. Fade's pretty bad on this map actually, so let's just say.
That's me. Yeah,
Let's just say we
get
got
Harbor.
Neon.
Get Harbor.
No Harbor. We have Brim already. We don't need Harbor and Brim. Okay. So Neon. So they're pushing down. Brim's like smoking the site, right? And it's like, okay, well, it's like I'm trying to take street to kind of like I'm trying to like help my team, right? Take site. So I'm trying to take street so that I can help my team, get on the site. And the reason why you want to take street, in case you don't know here, is because it's too fast for people to. Wait, where's the draw tool? It's this is a lot faster of a rotate than this is.
So you want
Like,
like that
look at the,
you want that control of the
yeah,
site.
yeah, exactly. You want that control exactly. You really need that control, right? So like we need to take street here, right? And granted, this is kind of a bad example because you're gonna have one person going street. In the other example, you would have two people going main, so it's like a bit more realistic. But so let's just say you want to lock down street, and it's like, well, some things you could point out is, oh, it's really good to smoke this. It's really good to smoke this. It's really good to it's really good to flash here and try and gain control of spawn first. These are all things you would point out. You also point out, smoking here is really good. Like, let's think about a general way to express this. It's like smoking off, any chokeholds so that they can't jiggle you from them is a really good point. And so you also have the opportunity to spam them if they're making noise. Uh, Pointing out that flashing here can be really good because it will stop them from pushing you and isolate the 1v1. So you can like isolate the 1v1 here and have the breach, do his stupid Rolling Thunder here. Or no, no, not Rolling Thunder. I don't remember what his thing is called, but you can kind of just point out like the good things about the position. So that way when the Omen is in this position, they can kind of problem solve it themselves, right? And the reason why I'm harping on this so much is because I want to take this idea into kind of optimizing and understanding like your next points that you've written here. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so that concept like totally makes sense to you. Like it all makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense, yeah.
Do you want to look at melee examples of it, or do you think you're good to just like
I think uh, let's get one melee example. Cause
okay.
I don't know. I feel like I understood, but like I want like a more like melee like
Okay, so we'll look at my gameplay just because like I'm sure I can remember something that was going through my head while I was playing KG the other day. Don't look at my thoughts of me being clowned by Zasa from earlier because I'm bad at the Puff matchup.
the Puff Ditto.
Yeah, Puff Ditto and Puff Fox. Yeah, I just died really early a lot. TBH.
Oh no,
Uh,
a whole lot of me.
okay. So we got me versus KGH. Okay. So we're gonna find something like a specific position that I've thought about. And I'm just gonna talk about like honestly probably just gonna talk about some of the stuff that me and Puff Stop talked about it. To be honest. Okay, let me try something that's super obvious. So I'm looking for something off side plan with like an interaction actually. Okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. So if you tell a puff player, so if a puff player comes to you and asks you like, okay, so I heard that falling off side play is really good, but I'm falling off side play and I just keep getting let's see what happens here. And the fox just keeps moving back, right? It's like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? You know, it's like, okay, well, why don't we think about it? So my answer here, if we look at my answer in this specific spot, is to wave dash towards him and read his movement. And the reason for this here is because I just kind of want to get a stock trade here because I want to even up because I'm largely down. This is kind of bad decision making on my part, I would say. Uh, I don't think this is as there's something good about this and there's something bad about it. And here I'll talk about the good thing. I'll talk about the bad thing. So the good thing here is that my solution actually for getting him to kind of my solution for the mix-up here is to bait him into thinking I know he's going to go back here. And the reason why I land here is because I wanted to bait him to think I'm going to chase him and then stand here and look for the whiff punish on the aerial. And that's why I wave dash in. Is because I'm thinking I want to wave dash into a nair and I want to A stay down grab it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like and then afterwards I kind of get like, oh, let me just go for something and try and even it up. And it's like it's not too good, but let me try thinking out because if you think about it, right, what I just explained to you was me talking about the specifics of the situation, right? So that was actually bad by me, and I think it's good that I caught myself here just to demonstrate. What I should have said is that in this spot, Fox can wall you, move back, or chase you. In like similar terms, he could try and like kind of catch her landing, or he could try and chase you for being up there, or he could just kind of avoid the situation altogether. Uh, those are kind of like the kind of the basic things that he can do. So I think that what should be going through your head is you want to kind of figure out, is he moving back? Is he trying to wall me? Is he trying to kind of aggro me and kind of like poke at me while I'm up here? And you kind of simplify the situation in that way. And it's like, how do you attack the fox? How do you so what we want to talk about is we want to talk about how do we attack the fox? How do we chase the fox? How do we wall ourselves? Just super kind of basic RPS style thinking. And I dropped one of my like what are those called? Like the things you put on your earbuds that go in your ear. Uh
The ear tip.
yeah, I don't know. Your tip's fine. Find it. Okay. So how we should think here. So those are like the kind of the terms we should be thinking of. It's like, okay, well to wall yourself with puff, it really is just back air. Like anything else is talking about overcomplication. You can just back air and only look for kind of the good setup in the corner. So if I want to cover myself from a fox that's chasing me here, I just want to back air. It's like, oh, what kind of back air should you do? It's like, no. That's for you to figure out like in the moment, right? well, all you should be thinking is, I want a wall here. If the fox is chasing you, it's like, what if the fox runs away? It's like, okay, well, there's kind of different spacings to run away, and you kind of want to recognize in the moment what spacing he's at. But if he goes far like this is a double dash back. You can't pound this. He would have maybe here technically it would have worked, but I think this dash back kind of would have gone away from the pound. Actually, I think he would have reacted and just gone away. So you can't really pound this. So you just want to land next to him, right, like this, and the position reset somewhere in a different position. Uh, let's say then, let's go back for a second and we'll just kind of imagine what the fox is doing something else. So let's say the fox walls here. And it's like if the fox walls here, then quite simply we want to chase him. So to chase him is just like you just want to do an empty movement at him and decide in the moment how you want to hit him. With Puff, it's usually going to be a bear or a late bear or a late up bear. You maybe it's wrong. It's maybe more like a timing mix up with your bears versus a late up air. Kind of is more what it's about, but that's kind of like the simple thing. So let's say he starts burying now. So it's 1, 2, 3, then jump squat, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. His bear is out now, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And now he's landing from the bear, I think. So right now he's about to land. So you see how there would be like a timing mix up where I could bear here, bear here, bear here, versus falling up, way up air.
Huh.
And the thing is I'm very likely to hit his shield, right? And that's where the empty line grab comes in. But it's kind of like you want to play a bear timing mix up if they're trying to wall you out, right? Because I think it's really good to think of the game aggressively, right? In
Uh-huh.
terms of just you should always be trying to hit your opponent, right? That's kind of like the droid fox mentality. And so you could just be like, "Oh, the fox balls, don't do anything. It's fine. Just don't do anything." But I highly suggest you think of it this way, where it's like, "Oh, how do I hit him?" Uh,
Yeah, but I don't know. Like when I play against Falco, it feels like I can't do that a lot of the times.
you can't attack him.
Like yeah, I don't know. There's just like some spots where I feel like if I just hit him, like the risk reward is like not in my favor a lot of the times.
I think the reason for that is because you're attacking him in an unsafe way. When you attack someone, you shouldn't expect to hit them, which sounds kind of stupid, but think of it like this. It's like, do you know what that drug fox chart where he says play a favorable mix-up?
Mm,
Well, a favorable mix-up isn't you get an opening or they get an opening. Usually it's like you hit their shield or you get an opening.
fighting them
Like
without fighting.
those should be the options. Would you say?
Yeah, fighting them without fighting.
Yeah, yeah. It's like if you think about Puff's bear, right? What is he gonna do if I space a bear on his shield?
Well,
If he wave dashes
nothing.
at shield, I can grab him.
Yeah, nothing
So if he
really.
tries to wave dash at a shield shine me, I can just like if I grab, okay, I'll take it. Like at this spot, he's gonna get grabbed here, late back there, fall, and then I have like a falling back there versus double jump back there, so he dies all. He's a 50% chance of dying. So let's say he's a 50% chance of getting grabbed, and then he has a 50% chance of dying. He has a 25% chance of losing the stock. Assuming he hits all the good DI, by the way.
Uh huh.
Uh, so it's just like not a good mix up for him, right?
Yeah.
But did you see how I kind of described the mix up and kind of I had to kind of go in depth because I had to describe Puff's options. It's not like Valorant where you only have basically you have like you have your abilities and then you just have like different like wide swing, jiggle peak, short like where you swing close to the wall. I don't remember what this is called. Uh, but yeah, does that maybe make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah. So Puff, that's how you would like kind of describe the mix up. Uh,
Mm.
And if we go to Alex Puff Stuff's Puff Bible, so if we go to the Puff Bible, I think Alex Puff Stuff does a good job of kind of showing this concept. He literally describes so here he describes like the platform tactics, and he's literally just like jump out and react to his next movement. If you think he will attack center. If you think he will stay grounded when attacking, bears to serve and power upper. Do you see how this is like this power is your decision making? He's not telling you what decisions to make, right?
Yeah, like he's like telling you to like react, but
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
like
He's telling you just like do what you think is good in the moment. He doesn't know what's good. Like figure it out yourself. Like you need to build a habit
oh, the
of figuring it out. This is another good example where he's like,
triangle.
this one's a little more specific,
Yeah.
but if you asked him, I can assure you, he would say that it's like, oh, this is more so just to give you an idea. This is a mix of you see old Xbox do not really do this anymore. I think I found insane success doing this, even against like really good foxes like Zion or IPW. I will play this mix up and like it works really well. Uh, but it's like here he will say beat a grounded approach, loses to preemptive dash and aerial. These options or this option will beat a grounded approach. This option will beat a preemptive dash and aerial and lose to non-commits. This will beat non-commits and lose preemptive dash in aerials. So this is more specific than I would like it to be, but you could kind of see that it's still like this is a framework. Like, if you do this movement, now you have like a framework for kind of making a decision on what option to pick. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't my best explanation, but hopefully, in like a very basic terms, that you could kind of make sense of it. Uh, so yeah, and I think that you here saying just tech chasing and practicing Uncle Punch, and like this is the way to practice this to use the animations. I think is like really good.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So going on with like using aerials for purpose, back there, fair mix-ups are important to me. Uh, yeah, no. This is definitely something akin to what Puff stuff would write. Wait. There's like something just like it. Like has accurate. This speaks to me like has accurate pacing, like a very similar or uses max wavelengths that dashes. This is like a similar kind of thing to say to me, where it's like, okay, when making decisions, like keep this in mind.
Yeah. I don't know.
Knowing when to needle versus grab, ledge versus aerial. When fox dips low, you want to needle. Knowing when to needle versus grab. Yeah, this also makes a lot of sense. Reaction points during movement. It's important to use reaction points. Yeah. I want to talk a bit more about making some of these points a little more useful. So you know how in the chart I had like that habits section
Wait, go back
where
to
it's like
into the
when
habits.
X. So you know this part where it's like when blank, I will blank because
Yeah.
blank.
Yeah.
I want to talk about transforming these points into this a bit. Uh, as I think that their usefulness exists when you have them written out like this, but it doesn't really compare to the usefulness of this, where it's just like you know how sometimes you do things out of instinct rather than doing them like because of a thought.
Yeah.
This is kind of what bridges the gap between those two things is these purple boxes. Uh, down throw on combo, flat combos, more reaching down throw. Oh yeah, no, that also makes a lot of sense. Playing with purpose of tunnel vision means significantly being mindful of playing versus Fox and not caving to that. I thought you specifically called out Fox here.
Because yeah, whenever I play against Fox, and
Well,
I
it's
don't.
probably because you put that matchup the most, so you're just more like likely to not care.
No,
I'd imagine.
well, I don't know. I don't know if it's that, but like I don't know. Whenever I play versus Fox, it always feels like if I'm tunnel visioning, then that means I'm already losing. It feels like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Practices movement, doing movement shots on both of their movement. Right. Yeah. Drug talks always love this, and not many people kind of talk about it. Ledge dash semi skull is two semi skulls, no way to ledge that
Or
down
horizontal.
horizontal. Yeah. Horizontal is that. Mixing up out of shield options. So we're gonna okay, I really like this one. That's definitely kind of reminds me of the concept I was talking about, like the Omen stuff. Chain grab on all the relevant characters and DK. Practice mode for zero chain on point you press use anyone through. Due to heat 50-50 versus battle cost. Instant nair versus drop from there. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? The back throw and then
Yeah.
instant nair and then
Oh, yeah,
drop
with
kicks.
like the waveland off.
No, not the waveland off. Just like you dash and then you drop from like the ledge and then you jump down.
Oh, I know what you mean now. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because this covers high, right? This
Yeah.
covers low. Yeah. Practice the mark side the edge guard themselves. Okay. Okay, so this is really good, but I think the usefulness of this is limited. And what I mean by that is that these points can be expanded on more, both more generally and more specifically at the same time. I don't know how to explain it yet. So I don't know how much time you have. Do you want homework to do?
Homework, sure.
Homework.
You know
Okay.
what?
So I'm gonna
I
give
have
you
spring
homework.
break, so
Okay. Wait. Okay. I sent you my personal like version of this, right? Didn't I at some point?
no.
Like you've seen it before, right?
Um,
Like the one I made for Puff that was like pretty compre. It was like pretty long and mentioned like playing on box controllers and stuff like that.
no, I haven't seen it.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh my god, that's wow. That's like disappointed.
Why?
I'm kind of sad this was gone. Wait, it's gotta be here. Okay, I probably sent the Puff stuff. I'd imagine at the very least. Wait, is it? No, this is the. Oh, by the way, you can also review this post I made too, as this is kind of related. So it's pretty good. Uh, okay, I'm gonna have to look at my things with post stuff. So rather than kind of writing this out myself, I'd rather just send you my old one. But if I can't find it, then so be it.
What is this? Well, but what did you? What?
Click on the thing, and you wait. You don't know if you click on the thing, it just shows that. Just shows what you referenced.
Well, I know you just showed me an attachment
Yeah,
apparently.
click on the attachment. Okay, I evidently does not seem like I sent this to Puff Stuff.
Drug Fox lessons. R RHTF. What am I opening? Huh? Oh, oh. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Okay.
Oh my gosh, wait, there's actually no way. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, no. No. Darn, this has to be so. I definitely uploaded this somewhere. I don't know if it might be my deal with questions. So, okay, so I'm just gonna have to explain it to you myself then, I guess. Which is fine. I do not mind. Okay, so why would I say this is limited? What I mean by this is limited is that these are things that don't necessarily translate to how you spend your time. So if you think about it, when getting this is something that my brother always says is that getting better at something is time you spend interacting with it. This is not going to be influencing the time you interact with the game. This one actually is a little bit because it's like practicing and Uncle One's using messages like, but it doesn't necessarily interlope with like both a like precursor, a goal, and like a reason, if that makes sense. So if instead of practicing an Uncle Punch and using methods like reacting to the animation helps a lot. Instead, you could be like, when my tech chases. So let's actually, I'll use the same format. So we'll do when. We'll do when. We'll do I will, and we'll do because. So your exercise is going to be do this with all the rest of these, like I'm about to do with this one. Uh, so when let's say There could be a lot of things that could precursor you
Like
to practice tick chasing.
when I feel like my tech chases are lacking.
Yeah, that's a good one. When I feel like my tech chases are lacking, I
Um,
will.
I will well, there's two of them. Like maybe practice a bit more, or I don't know, maybe focus in on like the animations.
Okay, so that's too specific because remember, we want to power ourselves to problem solve. We don't want to do the problem solving here. We want to power ourselves to do the problem solving when we're interacting with the game. So what I would say is practice them using tools like Uncle Punch and 20XX. So what I mean by this is that if you say practice the animation or whatever, practice reacting to the animation using, oh yeah, also there's and okay, here's cool. So if you think about it, using a term like practice the animation, like what does that do for you?
Yeah, it's not like a method to
Yeah, it's
or
like what if you know your issue might not be the animation, might be right now. I think it's the animation, but it might not be. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be a week from now. Who knows? It could be from a year from now. You might not be able to dash back out of crouch. Like your control might have developed code, so you might get bad pulls on your dash back out of crouch. It might literally be unable to do it because of like the method you're using or because of your controller, right?
uh-huh.
So it's like, okay, I think that we need to think more general. Like we need to power the time we spend interacting with the game. And this is powering the time we interact with the game.
Okay.
And it's like, why do we need to do this? Give
Because
me the reason why.
so I guess because it can I don't know, you can get better punishes off of your down throws.
Okay.
Tros.
So this is the last criticization I can make because I have one to watch Onion on, and you have to go to bed soon anyway, so you know to matter.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm not going to bed soon, but yeah.
but you're not.
No.
Wait, are you still gonna be around in 30 or like 25 minutes?
Yeah, I'm probably well. It's right now. It's 10, so I'm probably gonna be here for like the next 2 hours.
Oh, really? Okay. So I will watch with him, and then we can talk a bit more. If you want to do the exercise while we watch, then we can go over it again. But I think I might be overdoing it a bit. I suggest taking a break after this. It's just like thinking, you learn the most when you sleep after you talk about something. Uh, so the issue with this is that this isn't actually accurate. You do not just need to tech chase to beat spaces. Tech chase is really good against Puff when she like techs into the corner.
Yeah, and
Tech chase
versus
is
Marth, like,
what'd you say?
yeah, but, like it's good versus Marth and
Yeah, it's
Falco.
good versus Mark when you down throw him to side play. It's good versus it's even good in the Ditto when you get a down throw at low percent, like your confidence levels aren't great. Like it's good in so many scenarios, right?
Hmm.
So what I would actually make this is to get better punches off my knock oh wait, what? Knockdowns. This applies to every matchup now. Now this is infinitely more useful than this. Do you see that?
Uh huh.
Because now when you spend time interacting with the game and when you feel like your tech chases are lacking, you will do this because of this. And that's it. Like you do that, like you just follow this and like that's it. Like it's that simple. So the formatting I want you to do for this exercise is I want you to have a heading that's just a few words and then I just want you to format it like this. With these you could even do it. You don't even need to get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't even know what that symbol is.
Yeah, it's all curly brackets.
Curly.
Okay, so here I'll give you this version of that. and I want you to copy it so that all of them look like the first one. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll be back in like 20